I'm sitting down with spouses and close family members of presidential candidates for my special series, Democracy 24, Families in Focus. Candid interviews that bring you personal stories from those closest to the men and women looking to lead our nation. I traveled to Greenville, South Carolina to sit down with Nikki Haley and her two children, Rena and Nayland. And a couple of critical words these days for the Haley fam: sports and dad.
From South Carolina.
I can start it.
Okay, you go ahead.
Dad, we love you and we miss you, and we're just so proud of you, and we continue to pray for you every day.
And I will say there is a space here on the couch. You should be on it, but we're so very proud of you. And what keeps us all going is we know we're all sleeping under the same stars. Be safe. We love you.
Dad, we love you, we miss you, we're proud of you, and can't wait for you to get home.
Michael Haley and his beloved Nikki married 27 years. He's an officer in the South Carolina Army National Guard, and she was twice governor of South Carolina and then U.S. ambassador to the United Nations under President Donald Trump. But it has always been just the Haleys.
Michael and I met my first weekend at Clemson, and we got engaged at the Botanical Gardens at Clemson.
Where were you born and where did you grow up?
I was born in a small rural town, Bamberg, South Carolina, 2,500 people, 2 stoplights. We were the only Indian family in that small southern town. We weren't white enough to be white. We weren't black enough to be black. They didn't know who we were, what we were, or why we were there. When you've been teased for something you can't fix, it hits home. I mean, it cuts deep.
Haley's parents believed in settling differences by pointing to similarities. As you grow up, that common ground is the American dream.
My mom was a social studies teacher. My dad was a professor. They came here with $8 in their pocket because they wanted a better life for their kids.
And a better life for future grandkids, too. Meet Rena, 25 years old, a newlywed and pediatric nurse, and 22-year-old college senior Nayland. Their mom has been in political leadership most of their lives, including those grade school years in the South Carolina governor's mansion.
With my dad and him being deployed and then my mom in public service, they always taught us how to love, respect this country, and really understand what it means to be blessed to live in America.
I mean, they worked very hard to keep it very normal for us. We weren't really in the TV a lot. In the mansion, they made it very home. Nayland had his basketball goal out in the driveway, and we would all play.
Really? So she played basketball?
She calls herself the basketball queen.
Yes.
That's what she...
Oh, now that's some good information there. Running for the Republican presidential nomination is a family affair like never before. I think the first time maybe that the nation really was focused on seeing you was sitting in a place where your mom could make eye contact with you during the debates.
It is. Yep, my dad was always that person for my mom during her debates, someone that she could always just pinpoint and just know that she's okay. She's got that good energy. And so that's kind of the role that I took on with my dad being gone, was being at all the debates and being that person for her that she sees and just a familiar face.
Are you really making eye contact with her?
Yes. Give her a thumbs up. We smile. Yes, for sure.
Are you into politics?
No, not at all.
So this summer I worked with the campaign, but since going back to school, I've decided to do the $5 Fridays, which is basically we send out a text, we talk about either an issue or just a memory as a family that we've had, and we just ask for $5. And they've been doing pretty well.
Do you want to go into politics?
I really hope it doesn't come to that.
Nayland is modest. He actually has quite a knack for small donation campaign fundraising. You grew up Sikh, you converted to Christianity, but you wanted your children to have what?
They both grew up in the Christian faith, but they would go visit with my parents, in the Indian church, and they would go and experience that. So I feel like they got both traditions, even though, their faith is Christian.
It plays a role 24/7 all the time. I think especially my mom is my constant reminder.
Sometimes I'll send him my devotional. If I know
Yeah.
he's having a bad day, I'll say, this is my devotional today. I'll send it to both of them. And
Experiencing marriage and having God in the center of our marriage has just been such a gift.
They are so proud of you.
oh, I'm proud of them. The goal was always to make sure that we had that family dinner and that they knew we were there.
What was your favorite meal at dinner to make for everybody? And did you guys pitch in?
They're laughing because I don't cook.
Oh my goodness!
She didn't make anything.
If Michael didn't cook, we didn't eat.
No.
We've always just enjoyed watching football, and it's kind of another bonding moment for us.
Some South Carolina Friday Night Lights. That's Rena's husband, Josh, a high school football coach. His team at Christ Church Episcopal School is in the playoffs.
Here we go.
Whoa, now that's a lot of confidence.
Oh!
Pass intended for Jackson. Red falls incomplete.
Friday Night Lights, nothing better. I just love doing these stories and bringing you a special look at the candidates through the eyes of the people who really do know them best.